The other thing that I was going to say, the other thing I just want to mention, you know, one of the things I don't have is a backup plan. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service. Never mind, Clean and Green Accident Recovery Services. Something, I don't know. Oh man. Well, it's late in the afternoon now. Y'all used to seeing that time, but not in the afternoon. 6:21. Been a wild day, man. Really just making this video to make a couple of points. Number one is I'm doing better. Today, I'm still jacked up, but today has been a good day. I got up this morning, went to the doctor's office, made me an appointment because there was something they were concerned about. Now, I'm not going to mention that in the video until I talk with my doctor, but there was something they were concerned about at the ER, you know, that went beyond just the fact that I knocked some sense into myself. So I got to follow up with the doctor. Went by the bank, had some checks I had to put in the bank, just some personal stuff, and insurance, man. Insurance on the new house. So State Farm. Progressive is who I have my business and personal vehicle insurance with. Have given me a real good deal, but they aggravated me with this house situation. I've made multiple calls that were not returned, have sent emails, just got really frustrated with them. And so I didn't even have builder's insurance, and now I got enough invested in that thing where if you know, a tree blowed over on it or something, I need to be able to get my money back out of it. So I went to one of my local agents here, a lady from the church that, you know, I was pastoring, I guess I should say now. Good friends. She sells insurance with them or whatever. She works there. And so I'm actually going to take all my vehicles, trailers, I'm going to take everything up there and let her quote all of it. You know, because it might, you know, if the price is comparable somewhat, I'm okay with it. I don't mind paying a little bit more money where I got an agent here in town and I can walk into the office and say, hey, you know, I need to take this trailer off and I need to add this trailer. You know, it's just so much simpler dealing with a person rather than on a phone with somebody in a different time zone. And like the guy I was dealing with on the house insurance, supposedly he works 2 to 11 at night, Monday through Friday. And so, but then it got to where I could never get a hold of him. And so anyway, so I got that took care of today, thankfully. Hope nothing happens, but just need to be prepared, man. I got a bunch of money in that thing right now. I don't know how much I got in it, but I know I got more in it than what I got left. At least in terms of what's in my account. So got that done, and then I was planning on just kind of taking it easy today. And my wife had an appointment to have a procedure done about 75 miles from here. And the lady that was supposed to take her, because she could not drive herself back, there was some miscommunication, and the lady had dropped her phone in the water last week, and so she couldn't call her, and she thought it was at a different time. Anyway, my wife had already paid a $150 deposit to have this procedure done, and if you don't go, you lose that money. It basically holds your spot, I guess. And so I said, well, I'll be there. So I ran down to town and got her and we ran over to Savannah, is where we went. If you live around here, you know what that means. If you don't, that doesn't really mean anything to you. So, no work today, no lawn care today. Elro Mo and Ace are actually doing some work, but it's at Elro Mo's house. So he just got him hired out to help him, you know, work on a project. So these skills these boys are learning, they getting put to good use, man. They learning how to go other places and do them and make money, which is good, man. Ace is banking. He had 43.25 hours last week. He got overtime on his check, man. So now that won't be normal, but last week I really didn't care. We just need to get the yards done. The other thing that I was going to say, the other thing I just want to mention, you know, one of the things I don't have is a backup plan. So, one of the things and I knew this, my wife and I are not prepared if something happens. We are not. And so this, you know, thankfully we didn't need it this time, but just to kind of be a lesson to me and maybe to some of you, I pay all of our bills. That's what I do. I mean, and I've just done that for years. I mean, I pay the electrical, you know, I mean, now there's some things my wife pays, but those are things we don't have to have. So like, I pay everything that we have to have. Now my wife does carry insurance on us through her job, but basically her check is just for whatever she wants to do with it, you know. Insurance, she does the insurance, and you know, then she buys all the household stuff and groceries. Now like, she pays for her car, her gas, you know, she buys the kids stuff for Christmas and birthdays and all that kind of stuff. But I pay what's got to be done, you know, auto insurance, house payments, house insurance, utilities, that kind of stuff. I just pay that. That's what I do. And one of the things, you know, that we've known is an issue if something happened to me tomorrow, because I pay the majority of the stuff, even if the money's there, she wouldn't know how to pay it. And again, that's not her fault. That's just that I've never. The truth is, I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to get into most of my accounts. They're saved in my computer, and it just logs in. So, you know, that's an issue as well. But the other thing is the business side. Now, Elro, you know, the other night she calls Elro and goes, "Hey, he's had an accident. I'm at the ER with him. I don't know what y'all supposed to be doing." Elro's like, "Well, I kind of know what to do. You know, I know at least." Elro knew 80% of what needed to be done, just based off us kind of running the same schedule every week. So, but, you know, as far as billing and getting paid and when you send invoices and all that kind of stuff, you know, those are some systems that I need to work on and get more people in the loop on, honestly. Because if something were to happen, you know, if I'd have been in the hospital for 2 weeks, and let's say, you know, if I would have been out for a few days or a week, right? You know, just kind of keeping me sedated or something like they have to do in some situations. That would have been a mess. You know, now we probably would have got most of the work done, because I feel, you know, Elro would have looked back through all the schedules and he'd go, okay, we do this one every 2 weeks. We hadn't done it. We need to get this one done. You know, I mean, most of it he would have figured out on the labor end. But as far as putting guys' time in the payroll system, making sure they get paid, making sure customers get billed and the company gets paid and all of that, man, that would have all fell through the cracks. So just one of those things, you know. And so I just thought I would bring that up. So anyway, it's 6:30 now. I'm almost back home. I need to run down to the property, and probably I either got to change the blades, or I got to go down there in the morning and make sure Ace gets them changed. He and Elroy will be working tomorrow. I may try to help them a little bit tomorrow. I'm still going to take it pretty easy this week, though. I want to just stay within my limits, because one of the things I don't want to do is get out there, you know, and overdo it and have a setback. So I'm trying to be really careful with that, and that is so hard for me to do, because I just like to go, and you know, this has forced me just to slow down just a little bit. So anyway, that's really all I had, just a quick video, just to say, hey, you know, make sure you need a plan B in place, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know. You know, I would have never thought going down to the house to work an hour by myself would have turned into me missing 6 hours of my life and could have been much worse. So I'm thankful, you know, it was no worse than what it was, but that could have definitely put in a situation where not only am I down, but now things aren't getting done. The businesses, you know, in chaos. And so anyway, just some things to consider. All right, I came down here to change the blades, and I just want to show y'all something real quick. It wasn't but just what, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, we're talking about the X1 hitting a milestone, 1,200 hours, 1292.5, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna pull my phone out in just a second, and I'm gonna see where we were at the beginning of the season, or the beginning of 2023. All right, I took that picture on January the 7th. It had 1,072 hours. So we are basically at 225 hours on that machine. Here next week or so, I'll try to do a total on all the machines, just to see where we are, at least by the end of June. That's halfway through the year. I figured while we was here, I'd walk up here. I didn't see my pet snake down there a while ago. That little black snake, he's about 4 foot long. He's gonna make me kill myself out here one day. I don't think the guys did anything here today. Don't look like it. Anyway, here's the sheetrock, or some of it. Never showed y'all, probably ain't gonna be able to see it now. Bloodborne pathogens, man. Blood all over this thing. That's my accident right there. Hey, man, I'd be shaking if it was a Tuesday afternoon. This is when it happened. Today's Monday. This happened last Tuesday. So anyway, all right, let me get back to the closing of the video. I just wanted to show y'all the hours on that thing. I know most of y'all know we do a lot of cutting, and look, we ain't even big time, man. We ain't even big time, but it's big time for us. Well, I got some more information, but I'm gonna put that in another video. I got some decisions to make about the business, and we're just gonna say that for another video. All right, back to the closing. All right, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out here. That's gonna be it for today, but I do appreciate you watching, and my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.